Hello everybody, Nada Serafimovic from Belgrade is talking. I'm a children's book illustrator, and if you're watching this video, you probably were sometime at some moment and stopping by my channel, YouTube channel, and that's why we're here. Project I have written the story and rewriting here and there and thinking about it for 6 years, and it didn't leave me. It didn't fade. I believe in that story very much, and if it's stuck for that long, I finally want to respect that the way I feel about it and illustrate it. So it will be in traditional techniques. I think it will be very interesting for you to watch because it's beautiful every time. I see that beauty of somebody working on watercolor and possibly filming it better than I will. I do still need some lights and equipment for filming better, but I will try my best to accommodate that. And it will be in gouache on MDF panels, and I will use gouache and Chinese markers. For now, I think it will be a dream book, and it's a wordless book. I took the manuscript away and decided to go completely visual. It will be a challenge, that's for sure, but the text will then, non-existing text, I think allows for people to connect more, because the book is so, the title kind of reveals that. The book is so poetic and I think precise when it comes to archetypes and symbolism and even, I don't know how to say, alchemy? No, it's not alternative in any way. It's just pure subconscious messaging and something that is in our collective conscious that leads us to certain choices in life, or people, or just moves that we make. So I think it's very, very rewarding. I think it will be just such a rewarding process, and I hope you will join me. Hey, I started working on the first page. Chronologically, it's first double page in the book, and so far I enjoy, and I will show you what I enjoy the most when I paint traditionally. There are certain type of, how to say, insecurities, let's say, that look very nice. It's hard for achieving that spontaneously in digital form, which means I just underpainted this super roughly and with a lot of water, still not too much for MDF and the coating to look bad. And then you can create textures like this with a half dry, let's say maybe a dry brush, but it's half dry. This is still too watery, I guess. And plus on top of that, because the coating has already a texture, it dictates a little bit how the brush goes. So you can, I highly recommend for that for anyone to try if they didn't already. And yeah, there is a cute little house and the road, and then on the right side you see the main character of the book. And I announced it on my Facebook page with the one part of the illustration where the girl is, but the girl is not actually like the main character. I would say it's the boy. And I do want to try to keep sepia with blue for all the parts of the book where he's actually living his life when he's not sleeping, and I'll try to embrace that. And what I also love here is, for example, if you have a color pencil, in this case it can be this, it's this one, sorry, and then you try to use it for just a basic sketch, but it can stay somewhere. And this is my Chinese marker, and you'll notice that area over here. That will give me some sort of a portion of resistance when I go over with highlights, and this can also help me indicate where I want highlights on the clouds or whatever. So I already kind of split where what kind of lighting is that, but I will still be I will use a lot of my freedom and craziness for lightning. So whatever it whatever catches my eye, whatever I think it's catch, I will go with it. And yeah, there's a pile over here that is waiting to be painted, and I can't wait, honestly. I really do enjoy this. I take spare time, like a few hours a day, and I hope I will be done in 2 months. I really hope. If I don't, I'll just I'll simply take some more time to finish it, if that brings it on another level. If I find I'm over it and then it looks solid and that I feel not embarrassed by it but satisfied with it to offer to some publisher or self-publish, I definitely want to do it. I'm just putting more warm levels here. And what I realized it would be a really good idea is, I'm just going to chat while I try to put the layer on. I put some more watery layers, because MDF and the coating can stand it. So you know how the watercolor is super crisp and beautiful? I do want to create more texture with some sort of lines and gestures, you know, like brush strokes, more than I would want to create the texture with, you know, like roughly with China markers. I do want to use China markers, but I'm afraid that when I scan, you know, so far I love the matte effect and the absolute subtlety of the technique. And as you can see here, I'm already creating something that is more inspiring than a blank canvas, you know. Trying to create the values I kind of need, and then go with the guts for future layers, either warmer or cooler, but these shapes and little holes in this, the way it dries will help me to be inspired to finish it with more polish later, which means it would take less and less watery layers and less abstract, let's say, big brush strokes, just smaller brush strokes and the objects that will fill in the landscape. But so far I'm just trying to think about volume, I guess, and to try to keep myself into sepia as much as possible, because even though I sacrificed the beauty of the rich color schemes in order to, even though I'm risking something looking a little more dull and monotone, because most of the scenes are like this, I think the main scenes pages, double pages, will more really pop up. And in a book without words, you really need everything you have in your pocket and everything, you know. So it's kind of an old technique, like monochromatic plus full color scheme to achieve some sort of effect and attention for a reader. And I guess I hope it will work. I can always add more different tones like I did here, for example, with it's still close to both colors, but I have some sort of a green Chinese marker here. I think, yeah, this Chinese marker. And when I cover it with different types of sepia, it will still, you can still be able, you'll still be able to see through a little bit. So it will look rich at the end, I hope. Yeah. Yep, let's do it.